Hello and welcome to Aurora, Oregon as we kick off a 6-game weekend here at Bob Brock on the campus of North Marion for our first matchup. It's the Portland Gherkins taking on the Gresham GreyWolves on this rematch Friday. The Gherkins' last game before the break was against the GreyWolves. Portland was able to put 8 runs on the board, but still could not get the win, giving up 15 runs to the GreyWolves in a game that had 23 combined hits. Patrick Mushka led the way for the Gherkins with a pair of doubles, a home run, a single, and a stolen base. And the Gherkins will need a similar offensive performance tonight, looking for revenge against the GreyWolves. On the other side, the GreyWolves come off one of their best games of the summer as they went toe-to-toe with the best team in the WWWL. Scott Wright was masterful on the mound, giving up just 1 hit in 5 innings as the pitching staff of the GreyWolves did not give up a run until the 7th. However, the offense struggled for the GreyWolves, only putting up 1 run in a 2-1 loss to the Knights. The GreyWolves are looking to bounce back after a tough loss and turn things around quickly this afternoon. It's a rematch of July 14th, and 10 days later, will the outcome change? We'll find out next. Gresham looking to move up in the standings. The Gherkins seeking their first win of the Wild Wild West League. First pitch is next. Well, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the afternoon matchup here between the Gherks and the Greys. Pitching for this Gherkin staff on the mound right now is Bryant Rayburn. Kevin Blair, Grant Heiser, Baxter Halligan, Isaac Loving, Trace Hockenden, Josh Mansur, Kevin Miser, KJ Rufo, and Tanner Jacques will be the pitchers or the batters for the GreyWolves. They will face George Eisenhart. Eisenhart be the incoming senior. It was a fastball, curveball, changeup, sits around 90 to 93, 94. In the outfield for this Gherkins team, it is Herzog down the third baseline, Alicorn at short, Ramsey at second, Mushka at first. In the outfield, Cedillo in left, Norman in center, and Thebe in right. So a 2:30 and a 7:30 game. We get set for baseball here in the Wild Wild West League, our first of 3 straight double headers. It should be a good one. A cloudy day here at Bob Brock, unusual for the summer of 2020. So on the mound is Eisenhart. Eisenhart, a new addition to this Gherkins team, is committed to Xavier University. Goes to Lake Ridge High School. Named the number 2 right-handed pitcher in the state of Oregon as a high school prospect. Nice. So Kevin Blair steps into the batter's box as we get things going here at Bob Brock. The shortstop leading things off for the GreyWolves. Opening offering from Eisenhart in the dirt. And the 1-0. Bounces in again. GreyWolves in 1-2, and their losses coming to the Pickles and the Knights. Gherkins at 0-3. And the 2-0. Skips inside again. 3 balls and no strikes to Kevin Blair. And the pitch misses inside, and there's a walk. So Blair starts things off with a leadoff walk, 4 balls from Eisenhart. So with one on and nobody out, Grant Heiser steps into the batter's box. First pitch is a strike on the inside, and the first strike from Eisenhower. Top of the first here at Bob Brock, just getting going, and the GreyWolves already with the runner aboard. His time is called. All inside of the count at 1-1. GreyWolves are a team that have not had a stolen base attempt so far this year. I'd be surprised to see them aggressive early. 1-1. Chopper up the middle. Now right over the bag. Stepping on second is Alarcon to first, and the throw is wide. So a fielder's choice. There's one out here at the top of the first. Ball looked like for a second it was going to clip the bag, but it's bounced right over it. So one out, still one on. And up comes Baxter Halligan. Halligan hitting .400, 4 for 10. He's third in the league in batting average. And he takes the first pitch strike. It's the Knights last night. Halligan was 0 for 3, but did reach on scored as there's a throw over. Nothing in one to Halligan. Runner at first, one out. Ball misses inside. The count at 1-1. Heiser with the lead at first base. The pitch. Swing and a ball that is knifed into left field. We counted a ball and 2 strikes. Cleanup man Lovings is on deck. Top one. GreyWolves had a leadoff walk, and then Heiser bounced into a fielder's choice. He's got a lead at first. Pitch home. There goes the runner. Swinging a foul tip. And Heiser has to go back to first. And the 1-2. Swinging a slow roller. Alarcon to second. In time to Mushka. 6-4-3. The Gherkins turn 2 as we head to the bottom of the first. 1 walk, no runs. Ramsey, Herzog, Cedillo coming up. So Rowan Ramsey to lead things off for the Gherkins as we get set in the bottom of the first. Last game between these two teams, we didn't see an inning besides the 7th that did not have a run scored. That was the 16-8 fiasco. There's a first pitch strike from Rayburn. Rayburn pitched in last night's ball game against the Knights. Picked up the loss in an inning, allowed a run. That was in the bottom of the 8th. As there's a check swing, and he went. He counted 0-2 to Ramsey. Bottom 1 just getting going between the Gherkins and the GreyWolves. Rowan Ramsey, who looking for his first hit. 0-2. And he slaps one down the left field line, foul. Ramsey, the leadoff man. And the 0-2. Swinging a pop-up right side. Hakkinen looking up. Moves to his left and reaches back but can't get there. So a missed opportunity for the GreyWolves, and Ramsey's at-bat continues. Ramsey trying to get aboard the 0-2. Misses away. He counted a ball and 2 strikes. Rayburn's 1-2. Inside. So rematch between these two teams. Gherkins still looking for their first win. GreyWolves with a quick turnaround, especially for Brian Rayburn. Pitched in the 8th. Just last night. Ball upstairs, and the count is full at 3-2. So Ramsey can wait Rayburn work to start the ball game. No wind here at Bob Brock. That's something we haven't said a lot. And the 3-2 pitch just bounced foul. Rowan circles the batter's box and stands in. Big gap up the middle. 3-2. Swing and a miss. A strikeout for Rayburn to start the ball game, and up comes Justin Herzog. Herzog from Western Oregon University. 0 for 8 so far in the WWWL. And he looks at a strike to start the at-bat. Base is empty, 1 gone, a 1. Counted a ball and a strike. Herzog in his last game against the GreyWolves was 0 for 2. Scored a run and walked. 1-1. Up and away. Counted 2-1. Gherkins back playing baseball after 10 days off. Facing off against this GreyWolves club. 2-1. Swinging a high pop-up left side. Mansour gets called off by Blair. And he makes the catch, and there is 2 away. So up comes Ruben Cedillo. A new face on this Gherkins team. Out of Lynn Benton Community College to Central High School. He won the state championship in 2019. Opening offering. And he looks at a strike. You see this throughout the WWWL. Teams are adding players. Some guys can't come in every single day. 0-1 is ripped. Left center field. This ball going back. Welcome to the Wild Wild West League, Ruben Cedillo. A solo home run. The Gherkins on the board. And in his first at bat in the blue, Cedillo goes yard. So a big fly for the Gherks. And the cleanup man, Patrick Mushka. Mushka. Steps in, opening offering. All the way. Mushka leads the league in slugging, batting average, and is tied for first in RBIs. Had a great game against the GreyWolves last time. And he looks at a first pitch strike, count at 1-1. One home. Skips in the dirt. 2-1. The 2-1 home. And a hitter's count to the cleanup man. 3 balls and 1 strike. Cedillo in his first at bat of the summer hits a home run, 3-1. And a swing and a miss, count at 3-2. And the Gherkins with a 1-0 lead. The 3-2. And this one's chopped foul. Mushka his last time against the GreyWolves. We mentioned it pregame. 3 hits, 2 doubles, a home run. Payoff pitch. And he stays alive with another foul ball. Can hear a little more cheering from the GreyWolves side. These guys starting to gel together. First couple of days, you go down there, ask somebody where somebody else was, and they'd say, who? What's his name? He's on my team? Now getting a little more familiar. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. And that does it for the first, but not before a solo home run by Ruben Cedillo. It's 1-0 Gherkins as we head to the second, leading the GreyWolves.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
So Isaac Lovings, the cleanup man, to start off the top of the second. 1-0 Gherkins here at Bob Brock. Lovings played catcher last night, is DHing today. And he swings at the first pitch. With that last hit, the first hit of the game is brought to you by Waterloo Sparkling Water. Austin-based Waterloo Sparkling Water is a bold, better for you take on growing sparkling water. Here's a slow roller, third base side, Herzog, bare hand to first, in time! What a play by Justin Herzog with a bare hand across his body. And there's one gone in the top of the second. So with one gone and the base is vacant, up comes Trace Hakkinen. Hakkinen hitting .286 in the WWWL. The first ball's in the dirt. Gherkins with the momentum after the home run by Cedillo. Hakkinen, one of the big H's of the GreyWolves, Heiser, Halligan, Hakkinen. Checks his swing and takes the ball, and the count at 2-0. He's going to Montana State. Billingsley next year. Spent 2019 summer with the Corvallis Knights. And he taps one foul, the count at 2-1. Nothing Gherkins in the top of the second. GreyWolves trying to respond. And the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Counted 2-2. Eisenhart is trying to get in a rhythm. Had some nice defense behind him. Another one for Herzog. On the backhand, and he can't handle it. That one's down the left field line. Digging for two is Hakkinen, and he's in there easily. A double down the left field line by Trace Hakkinen. And there's a runner in scoring position. The tying run for the GreyWolves. Up comes the go-ahead, Josh Mansour. Would have been a great play by Herzog at third, but that ball jumped on him quick. And up comes Josh Mansour with an opportunity to tie this ball game. Eisenhart's opening offering. Swing and a miss. Counted 0-1. And the 0-1. This ball is blooped left center, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Stopping at third is Hakkinen. It's a single for Mansour. Runners at the corners and one out, and up comes Kevin Meiser with a golden opportunity to tie this game for the GreyWolves. Sacrifice fly can score a run with only one out, but a double play ends the inning. Eisenhart needs a ground ball. First pitch to Meiser. Strike. Kevin Meiser played in one game against the Gherkins, went 3 for 5. 0-1. Big chopper, back to second. Only play is at first, a run comes in, and the GreyWolves get on the board. It's all knotted up, and a one apiece. Here in the top of the second. So an RBI ground out from Meiser. Now, Cone did not have a play at second base. And the go-ahead runner in scoring position for KJ Rufo. Rufo led off last night's game. He looks at the first pitch inside. Rufo committed to go to the University of Portland. He'll be a pilot in 2021. There is second, the 1-0. Misses up and in again, and the count of 2 balls and no strikes. Hakkinen doubled down the left field line. Mansour with a bloop single, and then Meiser drove Hakkinen in. Mansour at second, Here's the go-ahead run, 1-1 game. As this ball is tap foul, the count at 2-1. The GreyWolves get a run on the board. Now trying to take the lead. And there's a strike. The count levels out at 2-2. GreyWolves and the Gherkins here at Bob Brock. Top second, 2 outs, runner at second, and a 2-2 count. Check swing, did he go? He did not. And the count is full at 3-2. Tanner Jacques is on deck. He was 1 for 6 last time he played the Gherkins. Payoff pitch. Swing and a foul ball down the right field line. Mushka watches it hit the top of the barn. So Rufo steps back in. Meiser with his lead at second base. 1-1 game, top 2. Early action here at Bob Brock. The pitch. Misses away. There's ball 4. Runner goes to third. The throw is high. And now coming home on the play is Mansour. So a walk and an E2. And it's 2-1 GreyWolves. The GreyWolves needed a response after giving up the home run to Cedillo. And they put a 2 spot on the board. The inning's still rolling. They lead 2-1. Remember, these two teams, 23 combined hits in the last game between them. And early, it's starting to shape out like another offensive show here this afternoon. Rufo at first after his walk. Jacques and a 9-hole. All inside, and it gets back to the backstop. Jacques on his way. Pass ball, and Rufo goes to second. And are trying to pull it together. Keep the lead is for the GreyWolves at 1. Here's 1-0. Strike. One outside. The count of 1-1. Jacques is 2 for 10 this summer. As Eisenart goes back to the same spot and picks up strike 2. The 1-2. Slow roller. Bounces foul. Gherkins will have Kianis, Thebe, and Norman in the bottom of the inning. And the 1-2. Swinging a drive into right field. Coming in is Thebe. Can he get there? He can't. Around third and coming home is Rufo to second. And now in a rundown is Jacques. Trying to chase him down, and they get him. But an RBI single for Tanner Jacques brings home KJ Rufo. 3 runs in the top of the second. And it's a 3-1 GreyWolves lead. To the bottom of the inning we go. GreyWolves on top.
What we've developed is a concept that is based upon a friendship partnership, but there's much more to it than that.
It was an adventure. What happened today, it was like making an adventure. Let's go. What will happen?
The Venados came to us and said, we've got real talent down here and we want you to see them. And whatever happens, happens. But what it started to become was something a lot more special than that.
Sport is a bridge, and I think this is the beginning of a journey that is going to develop into something very, very special.
They all have that same dream. of playing baseball at the next level. Everybody came together in this old ballpark for baseball, and couldn't have had more fun.
I can only imagine that it's going to be electric, for us to experience, and then hopefully we can kind of bring some of that love back to them, and hopefully it's a good game and it's exciting.
We came down here with a goal to expand baseball and expand culture, and it's the universal language.
So Kane Kianis, the DH, stands in. A 3-1 GreyWolves lead here in the bottom of the second. Kianis looks at a ball. Gherkins 0 for 4 so far. As he looks at ball 2 and the count at 2-0. Gherkins going to Schmeketa Community College at a Hillsborough High School. 2-0. This is outside. Last time against the GreyWolves, he was 0 for 0 with the sacrifice fly and a walk. And he takes strike 1, the count of 3-1. GreyWolves with a 3-1 lead. 3-1 home. Swing and a miss. And the count full at 3-2. Payoff pitch. Swing and a foul tap into the glove. But the catcher dropped it, and the at-bat continues. Heiser putting down the signs behind the plate. 3-2. Strike 3 on the inside. A strikeout to end the first and start the second for Brian Rayburn. Up comes Nolan Thebe. Thebe will attend Schmeketa Community College next season. First pitch from Rayburn. In the dirt. Thebe was 0 for 3, or 0 for 2, with a run. As he takes a ball. Last time against the GreyWolves. And the 2-0 from Rayburn. This is inside. For this Gherkins team, this is the second time they have seen Rayburn. Probably the first time they've seen a pitcher with some familiarity as Thebe takes his walk. So a 1-out walk for Nolan Thebe, and up comes Miles Norman, the center fielder, as the tying run here at the bottom of the second. Norman and all league honorable mention as a utility player at Schmeketa last year, heading to Eastern Oregon University. And he waves at a first pitch to count 0-1. Thebe this year is not trying to steal a base. See if the Gherkins send him. And another wave by Norman. And he counted 0-2. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit on this. Norman crowds the plate. And taps one to the screen. Gherkins got a run in the bottom of the first thanks to a home run by Cedillo. And the 0-2. Misses outside. Runner goes. Throw to second. In time. They got him. So Thebe takes off for the first time this summer, and he is caught stealing. Now 2 outs with the bases vacant. And Norman with a 1-2 count. Pitch home. Misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And ball 3 away. The count is full with 3-2. 3 3-ball counts for Rayburn in this inning. And here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 ends the second for Rayburn. To the third we go. Blair, Heiser, Halligan coming up. 3-1. GreyWolves lead the Gherkins. So Kevin Blair steps into the batter's box. First pitch. Misses inside. GreyWolves put up 3 in the top of the second. Milking a 3-1 lead. And the 1-0 misses inside. Counted 2 balls and no strikes. Blair did pitch in the Wild Wild West League. As he looks at the ball, in fact, it was against this Gherkins squad. Pitched a third of an inning and got a strikeout. And he takes strike 1. The count at 3-1. Swinging a big chopper. Charging is Alarcon. And he goes to first in plenty of time for out number 1. So Grant Heiser comes to the plate. A lot of ground balls for Eisenhart. In his first 7 outs, 4 of them have been ground balls. As he gets a swing and a miss from Heiser. Still looking for his first strikeout. 3-1 GreyWolves. Gherkins trying to keep it that way. All downstairs in the count at 1-1. Heiser has 3 RBIs. It's tied with 4 other players for the lead. And the 1-1 is slapped down the left field line. Herzog has trouble at first. Now fires in time. It looked awfully close over there at first base. Herzog played it off his chest and was able to get back to it. It's 5-3. for out number 2 here in the top of the third. So Baxter Halligan steps in, and you can hear Coach Muscalo yell at his outfield to take a couple steps back because Halligan's got pop. Opening offering. And he looks at a ball. Baxter is a home run in the WWWL. That was against this Gherkin team. Game in which he had 3 RBIs. As he looks at a ball in the dirt. Rounded out into a 6-4-3 double play his last time up. Came into the game hitting .400, which was 3rd in the league in batting average. And there's a strike outside. The count at 2-1. So 1 misses low and away. And it's a hitter's count for Halligan. The count at 3-1. Bottom of the lineup got the runs for the GreyWolves in the second. Halligan trying to produce. And he swings and rips one into left field. Cedillo gets under it and makes the catch. 1-2-3 in the top of the third. To the bottom of the inning we go. GreyWolves milking a 3-1 lead here at Bob Brock.
What we've developed is a concept that is based upon a friendship partnership, but there's much more to it than that.
It was an adventure. What happened today, it was like making an adventure. Let's go. What will happen?
The Venados came to us and said, we've got real talent down here and we want you to see them. And whatever happens, happens. But what it started to become was something a lot more special than that.
Sport is a bridge, and I think this is the beginning of a journey that is going to develop into something very, very special.
They all have that same dream of playing baseball at the next level. Everybody came together in this old ballpark for baseball and couldn't have had more fun.
I can only imagine that it's going to be electric, for us to experience, and then hopefully we can kind of bring some of that love back to them, and hopefully it's a good game and it's exciting.
We came down here with a goal to expand baseball and expand culture, and it's the universal language.
So welcome back to the bottom of the third. Kate Edmondson stands in. First pitch to him. Checks his swing and looks at a ball. Count at 1-0. Edmondson in his first stab out of the ball game. Out of California Lutheran. Swings and ropes one down the left field line. Hooking foul. Had the distance, but not the angle. The count at 1-1. Already seen one ball go over that left field wall. That came from Ruben Cedillo in the first. The only run of the ball game for this Gherkins team. Wind blown out to center a little bit. And this ball is roped back into left field, and it drops for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Kate Edmondson in the bottom of the third, and up comes Humberto Alarcon as the tying run. Humberto going to Western Oregon out of Schmecketa, where he hit .208. One on, nobody out here at Bob Brock. Puts the bunt down, pulls it back, and takes a strike. Bottom of the third. Gherkins trying to put some runs on the board, retake the lead. Rayburn sets at the bell. And the 0-1. This is inside. Oh, the Gherkins send Nolan Thebe back in the second. The leadoff single. We won't see Edmondson run. Rayburn looks over to first. And he gets a strike away. Count on 1-2. Cone is 1 for 8 so far. The WWWL is single coming against the GreyWolves 10 days ago. He stays alive and taps one foul. Edmondson takes his lead at first. Now the Cone looks in. And a foul to the barn. Rowan Ramsey is on deck. He struck out swinging first at bat for the Gherkins. Rayburn's 1-2. Swinging a pop-up. Left field. Heiser gets under it. And there's one gone in the bottom of the third. So the lineup card is flipped with 1 on and 1 out. And in comes Rowan Ramsey. Ramsey was in a battle with Rayburn to start this game. Ramsey still looking for his first hit. Summer of 2020. And he looks at a strike. Ramsey is sophomore Yamaka Community College. Went to Menlo College over in the Bay Area where he hit .302. Attended Central Catholic High School. Runner at first, one gone. The count levels out at 1-1. Gherkins would love to get Cedillo up in this inning. With runners on the base paths. Rayburn would love a double play. And this ball is roped into the gap into right center, going back. And it bounces on the warning track. Around third and coming home is Edmondson. To third goes Ramsey. He slides. And he's out. So Ramsey gets the RBI, the double, but will have to trot into the dugout. As the Gherkins put a run on the board, it's 3-2 GreyWolves. As up comes Justin Herzog. So Herzog looks in. And he looks at a ball inside. The 1-0 misses outside. Count 2 balls and no strikes. Rayburn deals. The count at 3-0. Herzog most likely taken all the way with Cedillo on deck. And there's a strike inside. Count at 3-1. Herzog popped up to first his last time up. As he swings and misses, and the count full at 3-2. Gherkins have put a run up in the bottom of the third. They've cut the GreyWolf lead to 1, trying to tie things up. Look out. Ball fouled right under the on-deck circle. Herzog with a full count. Payoff pitch from Rayburn. Fouled back to the screen, and the at-bat continues. Wind blown out to center field. Gherkins need a big fly. And this ball is slapped into right center, going back, looking up, goodbye! Justin Herzog going yard. And we're all tied at 3 here in the bottom of the third. So wind starts to blow, and the Gherkins pick up a pair of runs. We're all tied. As up comes Ruben Cedillo, who scored the first run of the ball game on a solo home run to left center. Cedillo looks into Rayburn. And looks at the ball outside. 3-3 game, bottom 3. Between the Gherkins and the GreyWolves. 1-0. Taps one off the end of the bat. The count of 1-1. The Dio with a big fly his last time up. And he looks at a ball inside. Down to 2-1. And 1 hit and 2 RBIs at Lynn Benton in the shortened season. The 2-1 home. Swinging a chopper. Mansour with a long throw. And it's in time. 2 runs on the board after 3 hits for the Gherkins. To the 4th we go, all tied at 3 here at Balbrook. So welcome back to the top of the 4th, and we're all tied at 3. Isaac Loving steps into the batter's box. First pitch to him. Chops one. Ben Herzog's been busy, and he can't handle that one. An error for Justin Herzog and a base for Isaac Lovings. The go-ahead run is aboard for the GreyWolves as up comes Trace Hockinen. It's only fitting that Lovings is aboard after the error by Herzog when Herzog robbed him of a base hit last time up on a pretty barehanded play. So Hockinen, who doubled and scored his last time up, swings at the first pitch, sends it into the air to right field. Phoebe has out number 1. And on 1 pitch, there's 1 gone here in the top of the 4th. Up comes Josh Mansour, who singled and also scored back in the second. Third baseman for the GreyWolves. Wind blowing straight out to center. And he swings at the first pitch into the dugout. Nothing in one. Mansour the pitch. Swing a slow roller into the gap. Herzog goes to second for one. The turn to first is wide, but off the fence in front of the dugout. So the Gherkins get the lead runner. It's a fielder's choice for Mansour, and there's 2 outs with 1 on. This Kevin Miser comes to the plate. Herzog has been awfully busy today over there at third. Miser stands in and pops one up, foul. Miser grounded out to Alarcon back in the second, but got an RBI out of it. As Trace Hockenden was able to come home. 0-1 to Miser. Low and inside. The count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Mansour with the lead at first. 2 gone. Swing and a miss. The count of 1-2. Top 4 between the Gherkins and the GreyWolves. All tied up at 3. These 2 teams a rematch of a game 10 days ago. Runner goes. Swing and a foul. Back to the screen, and Mansour gets a good cardio run in, and he'll jog back to first. Eisenhart trying to settle in. Gave up 3 runs in the second, but has not allowed a hit since. Get out of this 4th unscathed. 1-2. Misses outside. Good block by Edmondson. What we do is right, using the chest protector. Eisenhart sets to the belt. 2-2. Runner goes again. Ball in the dirt. The throw to second. They got him. Good throw by Edmondson, and that does it for the top of the 4th. An error. A runner caught stealing as we head to the bottom of the inning. Mushka to lead things off. It's 3-3.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
So the bottom of the 4th we go. Patrick Mushka stands in. 3-3 game here between the GreyWolves and the Gherkins. Mushka struck out his last at bat. And he half swings and chops one to second. Jacques gets it to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. 4-3 for Mushka. And up comes Kane Quiñones, who struck out looking his last at bat. Gherkins put up a run in the bottom of the first, 2 in the bottom of the third. Trying to take back the lead here in the fourth. First pitch. And Quiñones bloops one. Over towards second. Jacques is there. He's been busy. 2 pitches, 2 outs. And Rayburn did a 3-pitch inning. I mean, if you're Nolan Thebe, you're taking all the way here. Just knowing how quickly things have gone. We'll see what Thebe's thinking. Bottom 4, 2 gone. Rayburn's 3rd pitch of the inning. Catches the back of Thebe. So the go-ahead runner is aboard. As Thebe jogs down to first, he gets a base and a bruise. And up comes Miles Norman. Miles Norman struck out swinging to end the second. Rayburn looks in, runner at first is Thebe. Opening offering. A strike. Counted 0-1. Thebe, last time he reached base on a walk in the second, tried to steal second. And Miser threw him out. 0-1. All upstairs. He got on 1-1. See if Coach Moscalo sends him again. Rayburn sets, head high. 0-1-1. All upstairs. Cloudy afternoon here at Bob Brock. 2 teams at the bottom of the WWL going at it. And there's strike 2. Count levels out at 2-2. The 2-2. Fouled back to the screen by Norman. Norman against the GreyWolves last time was 1 for 2 with a single. Scored a run, got an RBI, and was hit by a pitch and took 2 walks. Was on base a lot. As he swings and drives one foul. Bottom of the fourth here at Bob Brock. Runner at first, 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Gherkins looking for a 2-out rally to take the lead. Swing and a miss, and that does it. A strikeout by Norman. Number 5 from Rayburn ends the fourth. To the fifth we go. 7-8-9 coming up for the GreyWolves. It's a 3-3 game. So as Kevin Meiser steps in, he'll face a brand new Gherkin, Robbie Alstrom. Junior out of the University of Oregon, stands in. And there's a first pitch strike from Alstrom. Alstrom started 4 games, finished 2-1. 18 strikeouts, 7 walks, and 23 2/3 innings. As here's a slow roller on the ground, and once again, Herzog has problems over at third. So a E5. As up comes KJ Rufo with the go-ahead run on the base paths. Rufo walked and scored his last time up. As he swings at the first pitch, down the left field line, that's a fair ball. To third on the play goes Meiser. It's a double for KJ Rufo, and the Gherkins cooking with gas to start this fifth. So Rufo with a double. Meiser holds it third. Just like that, Robbie Alstrom, welcome to the Wild Wild West League, has got to work out of a jam. The hitter Tanner Jacques in the ninth hole singled his last time up, but rounding first was tagged out. Got a little greedy trying to go to second. Opening offering to him. Swing and a miss. You know, it's been very hit or miss with new pitchers coming in. Some have had their stuff like they've been pitching for 3 months. Others, it takes them a couple of batters. Saw that with Eisenhart just earlier today. There's a ball in the dirt, and the count at 1-1. Alstrom sets to the belt and deals. Swing and a miss. Alstrom played a year at Schmeketa before transferring to Oregon. Was coached by J.J. Muscalo, who is his current coach for the Gherkins. 1-2. All outside. Count levels out at 2-2. At Schmeketa, Alstrom hit .302 with 6 doubles and at a .385 on base percentage. 2-2. This ball blooped down the right field line. Coming in is Thebe, and he gets to it. The runners do not tag. A good play by the right fielder. Keeps everybody where they are. And there's 1 out in the top of the 5th. So the lineup card is flipped with runners at second and third, and up comes Kevin Blair. Blair walked in the first and grounded out to short in the third. Meiser at third, Rufo at second. 1 gone. And a swing and a miss. Alstrom last summer pitched for the Falmouth Commodores in the Cape Cod League through 11 1/3 in 6 appearances, striking out 13 and picking up a save. He throws that ball in the dirt, and they count at 1-1. A graduate of North Eugene High School, where he went 5-2 his senior year with a 2.01 ERA. Trying to get out of the top of the 5th. As he deals the ball, and they count at 2-1. Alstrom had a great outing against Pepperdine on February 16th. (2-1). Against Nevada on the 23rd, he got his first win of the season, allowing no runs on 4 hits in 6 innings. Right now is 2 aboard with 1 gone and a 3-1 count. Hitters count for Blair. And he takes ball 4. The bases are loaded for the Gresham GreyWolves as Grant Heiser comes to the plate. So Heiser, who is 0 for 2. It's an opportunity to give the GreyWolves the lead. With only one out, a sacrifice fly is still in play. Here's a ground ball up the middle. Alarcon takes it himself to first. In time. 6-3 double play. Boy, did the Gherkins need that. No runs, bases loaded for the GreyWolves. We go to the bottom of the fifth, halfway home, all tied at 3.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the fifth. Kate Edmondson to lead things off. Singled and scored back in the third. He was the second run of that third inning. As he swings it and belts one down the left field line towards the pole, and it's foul. Just barely. Edmondson was looking at a double. Instead, he'll jog back home with an 0-1 count. Seen a couple hard hit balls down the left field line by Gherkin hitters today. And the 0-1. Strike on the outside. And the 0-2. This is outside. Counted a ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2. Swinging a blooper. Right side. Will it drop? It won't. Halligan gets under it. Nice play from the right fielder. And up comes Humberto Alarcon with 1 out. Alarcon flew out to left field his last time up. And the pitch to him. Misses upstairs. Ladies and gentlemen, this day baseball coming up. Excuse me, trivia coming up after this bottom of the fifth. 1-0. Swinging a high pop-up. Shallow right center. Another one for Halligan. And there's 2 gone. So the lineup card is flipped. Roland Ramsey, who had a double, tried to extend it to a triple and was tagged out at third. 2 quick outs in the 5th, just like the 4th for Rayburn. And his pitch, strike up and inside. Three game here in the bottom of the 5th. Ramsey looks on and takes a strike. Counted 0-2. It's an opportunity for Rayburn to get his first 1-2-3 inning. The 0-2. Taps back to the screen. And Ramsey stays alive. Gherkins put up a run in the 1st. 2 in the 3rd. GreyWolves, all their runs came at the top of the 2nd. We are in the bottom of the 5th, still tied up at 3 apiece. 0-2. Swing and a drive into right field. Halligan with all 3 outs. 3 drives to right. When we come back in the 6th, we'll have Parker Huffman on the broadcast. It's 3-3 game here between the Gherkins and the GreyWolves. So this is welcome you back to the top of the 6th. Carlo Jimenez alongside Parker Huffman. Parker, it's great to have you back.
Oh, it's great to be back. Great to be back, man.
What have you been seeing so far?
I've been seeing some competitive ball. A couple long balls, a couple pitchers, showing some good stuff. And I think we're going to have an exciting finish.
Yeah, for our first doubleheader today. It's got to be exciting. These 2 teams playing each other. We'll play each other again tomorrow.
Right, yeah.
A little familiarity. Catching any Blazers games as of late?
I checked in a little bit last night. I obviously had to miss it because of the game we had going on here, but checked in on the highlights. Good to see Nurk and Collins back in action and showing up for the team. So, I took the loss last night. Dame, played like 18 minutes or something and had like 6 and 8 or something like that. But getting back into the swing of things, good to see some guys playing basketball again and excited to see the short season.
Yeah, no, it was definitely good to see basketball is back on. Sports are coming back, although we're the only one that's got fans.
That's right. Up to about 100 fans that we can have here every night, and definitely highly recommend checking it out. Hopping on pickleshop.com and getting yourself some tickets to come check out this beautiful ballpark.
I mean, I tried to catch some of that Yankee game. Of course, rained out in the 5th.
Yeah.
It's just the way it goes. You get your first game of the 2020 season in the MLB, and you don't even get a full game.
Yeah, that's right. That's just the way 2020 is going these days. So, we experience same sort of thing. You just got to roll with the punches and do what you can.
Maxer Halligan rolling with the foul balls. It's funny, we see some home runs a lot between this Gherkins and GreyWolves teams, but the Knights and the Pickles, we've only had one home, or the Knights and the Pickles, we only had one home run among those two teams.
Yeah, it's been interesting, but certainly the bats have still been there. So I think over time you'll see them wake up and see some more long balls out of those two clubs.
Yeah, and speaking of those two clubs, it's going to be a very good game tonight.
Yes, very excited. We got quite the pitchers matchup here, and got about half the MLB represented sitting down below us behind home plate. So it's going to be a fun one tonight.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it yesterday with the scouts here. I mean, guys who maybe aren't here to get scouted, presents an opportunity.
Exactly. The starter for the Gherkins today, George, what was it, George? Eisenhart. I think he was sitting high 80s, maybe touched 90 a couple times, but young guy, certainly get him with the right coach. I think that guy's got a lot of potential and a bright future ahead of him. Yeah,
and it's so tough to we want to judge these guys that come up here and I say, like, oh, this guy is leading the league in batting average, and he's hitting .571, but he's had 8 at-bats.
Right.
It's like you can only judge so much when we're nobody's played more than 3 games.
Right, yeah. Definitely got to let it play out a little bit to see exactly, I think a little bit more realistic numbers, but so far so good, and hopefully we can just keep this league going, and excited to see what happens.
Yeah, and hopefully we get a home run derby coming up. I mean, we had one yesterday.
I know. We almost had one. Was it that third day that we had? But it'll happen. And that'll be a lot of fun to see a game finish that way. I don't think I've certainly never seen it. So.
Yeah, it's Isaac Loving strikes out. Yeah, it will be interesting. I know we kind of wrote up the rules, and Alan and John, our owners, decided it would be it's kind of like soccer PKs, how they're running it.
Yeah. It's one team will go, the other one's got a chance to answer, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. I hope it happens soon.
Yeah, it will be. I can't wait. We got a 3-3 game in the top of the 6th.
Yep.
You never know.
Exactly. Got a chance here.
Got one and tuned in to the Pickles games. So 1 out, 1 on, and here is Trace Hockinen. Hockinen, part of that Big H, coined by our great Kev. It calls Heiser Halligan Hockinen.
There you go. Yeah, this guy's got a good game and a good mustache to match.
Oh, man. The facial hair out here. The baseball's been impressive, but the facial hair,
yes,
just as impressive, if not more.
Absolutely. Top notch.
I mean, here's a drive into center. Norman is there. Just talk about right now. On the mound, we got Alstrom, who's got one of the fullest beards I've ever seen.
Beautiful.
Look at first, Patrick Mushka. I mean, what else can you say?
Mushka, man, that's like Post Malone and Kenny Powers had a baby, and I mean that in the best way I possibly can. That's a good looking guy right there.
So you got to come out to a game. I mean, there's too many reasons to not come out.
That's what I'm saying.
So as up comes Mansur. Kind of an interesting game. The GreyWolves got 3 runs in the second, but they've been quiet since then.
Yeah. That's baseball. I'm sure they'll come back around. I'm just excited to see the way this thing plays out and finishes.
I heard earlier you were down there watching the game, and you almost got hit by a foul ball.
Yeah. I was letting some fans into the stadium. A couple fans signing the safety waiver, and at the same time, ball hits the little tent that we got. So glad nothing came of it. But
yeah, Phoebe drops that in right. That's a fair ball. Coming around to score is Halligan. Mansur stops at third.
There you go.
And an air E9. And just like that, as you were saying, the GreyWolves get on board.
That's right.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Ross Campbell hates that play. But that's all right, because GreyWolves are happy. So a 4-3 lead now with a runner at third. And a Miser is up to bat.
Oh, that's...
So, yeah, you're signing the safety waiver, and the ball almost gets you. I mean, a little ironic.
Yeah, well, I'm glad it was closer to me than the fans. You know, the fans are top priority. I've been hit by a few balls in my day, so nothing I couldn't handle. But, yeah, that get the foul ball and you get a free popsicle. I almost had to get the popsicle so I can put it on my head there. Stop the bruising.
But did you end up getting a popsicle?
No, we had a little kid running after it. Let him get it.
Norman makes the catch. That does it for the top of the sixth. We'll take a break and come back with Parker for the bottom of the sixth. 4-3. GreyWolves take a lead. So welcome back to the bottom of the sixth as Justin Herzog stands in. And Herzog looks at a ball. We got the home run hitters up, Parker. Herzog and Cedillo's on deck. Both have big flies in the game. So
There we go. Chance to answer here.
let's see. 1-0, swing and a miss. Would Gherkins need a home run to try to tie this game? That's what Herzog did his last time out, after giving up a run in the top of the inning. And here's a fly ball into left center. And Rufo has out number one. It must be interesting. Ruben Cedillo, his first at-bat as a Gherkin. How about a home run? I mean, that's one way to start your career. Wow, Wesley.
Not a bad way to start it off. Good to see. Still got some new players coming in, and they're showing up. So, good stuff.
It seems like we show up to the park every day, and it's who's new, who's coming in.
It's tough to keep track of, but some players are wearing different numbers on different days. You know, you don't know what's going to happen, but that's the wild, wild west for you, right?
I mean, if the Worcester twins can keep their numbers the right one, and they do the same laundry, why can't everybody else?
Exactly.
I don't understand. The ball outside. So Cedillo with the home run and the ground out to third. 4-3. GreyWolves lead the Gherkins. A little less scoring than we saw the last time these two teams faced off.
Yeah, that was quite the battle there.
23 combined hits is 16-8, something like that.
Wow.
1-1 back to the screen. So the big hitters, 2, 3, 4. Herzog retired with Cedillo and then Patrick Mushka. Here in the sixth inning. Parker, you want to give us the trivia for this ballgame?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what happens here. Oh, foul ball. All right. Today's 2:30 game trivia. Which U.S. state has produced the most MLB players?
Let us know. Use the hashtag #GetPickled. It's not too hard of a question.
I had it.
You knew it?
I knew it. Yeah.
Our producer, John Sandylands, did not.
Ugh.
You got it wrong.
That's rare for John. He's normally on top of him.
I know. Got to pay more attention. 3-2. Look out. I don't know how you take that pitch and not just jump out of the way.
Oh, these guys are trusted veterans. They've seen their fair share of high and inside balls. Not scared anymore. Ross Campbell calling the yard card for the Moose. Let's see what happens.
I mean, of all the hitters, it's not a bad call.
No, it's definitely a good player to do it for.
See if he's right. I'd like to see one, personally.
Good time for it. That's for sure.
Yeah, it would be. It could take the lead back. Lost it in the first and still been fighting an uphill battle. Oh, and Ross was almost right.
Just got under it.
Jocks got out number 2. Close.
He's got a lot of power in that swing, the way he coils up.
So Kobe Grace, for the first time, comes to bat. Gherkins trying to bring the tying run of Ruben Cedillo from first home. Parker, we were talking about it in the break. I don't think anybody's gone 6 innings here
No.
in the WWWL this week.
Yeah, I couldn't recall one, so a little bit interesting. I think Hop's a little short on arms here. Oh, little comebacker.
And that's going to do it for the 6th. 1 run for the GreyWolves in the top of the inning. They take a lead. Parker, thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Will we see you at 7:30?
I hope so.
I hope so,
man. We'll keep it going. 6th inning.
Yeah. We'll take a break and come back. 4-3. GreyWolves on top. So, to the top of the 7th we go. KJ Rufo to face Robbie Ostrom. And he swings and sends one into the air, center field. Second story pop-up for Norman. And there's out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. We've had a lot of those today. I thank Parker Huffman for joining us. And Tanner Jacques comes up to bat. GreyWolves getting a run in the top of the 6th, holding on to a 4-3 lead. As Jacques looks at a ball in the dirt. The count at 1-0. Well, folks, Dave's Killer Bread is the official bread of the Portland Gherkins. Enjoy Dave's Killer Bread. There's a swing and a fly ball in the right field. Halligan. And out number 2.
Who's out there? Is it somebody else out there?
Oh, yeah. So the lineup card is flipped, and Kevin Blair up to bat. Opportunity for Alstrom to get his first 1-2-3 inning, and boy, it would be a quick one. Ball up and inside. The count at 1-0. Enjoy Dave's Killer Bread and their new burger buns all season long, and don't forget to head to your grocery store to pick up their new organic burger buns. There's a swing and a miss. Count at 1-1. Top 7, 4-3. Grays lead the Gherks. There's a strike. Count at 1-2. So joining us here in the Wild Wild West League at Bob Brock Stadium. The 1-2 is popped up foul. Counted up. Remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Tap back to the screen. Top of the 7th. Gherkins and the GreyWolves. Robbie Elstrom making his WWWL debut. There's a ball inside, and the count at 2-2. Blair is 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. GreyWolves hanging on to the 1-run lead. And ball 3, the count at 3-2. Count full to Blair. Swings and ropes one up the middle off second base for a base hit. Blair with a 2-round single keeps the inning going. And up comes Grant Heiser with 1 on and 2 gone. Heiser looks at a first pitch strike. Grounded out into a double play to end the 5th. A big double play with the bases loaded. As he looks at a strike. Down 2. Ball in the dirt. Ball gets away for a second. Throw to second. Not in time. So Kevin Blair advances on a stolen base. And up comes Grant Heiser. And that is the first stolen base attempt and stolen base for the GreyWolves this summer. Belongs to Kevin Blair. 1-2. Misses away. Runner on second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Swing and a high fly ball left center field. Looking back is Norman, and he gets to it as he jogs onto the track. 1 hit, 1 left aboard. To the bottom of the 7th we go. We'll stretch. GreyWolves 4, Gherkins 3. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the 7th inning. New pitcher for the Grey Wolves, Kyle Larson. Maybe a winner for the trivia. Marshes and Eddie Kane guessing California wins the trivia. As of 2016, 2,177 big leaguers produced from the state. Opening offering. And Larson deals the ball. Bottom of the 7th, 4-3. Grey Wolves protecting the 1-run lead. As a swing and a foul. Larson pitched on Sunday, July 12th against the Pickles. Pitched an inning and 2/3. Took the loss, giving up 4 runs and walking 8 batters. And there's a swing and a miss. We count 1-2. So Larson trying to get the bad taste of his last outing out of his mouth. And have a good inning here at Bob Brock. 1-2. Strike 3 on the outside. That will be a good way to start for Larson. And up comes Miles Norman with 1 out. And the base is vacant. Larson, an incoming freshman at Clackamas. Norman 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts, both swinging. He punts the bunt down, pulls it back, and takes ball 1. And the 1-0. Strike. A 1 ball, 1 strike. After this 7th, we'll get you this day in baseball. Kind of an interesting one. 1-1 is a ball. It has to do with a sticky situation. That's the little teaser. 4-3, Grey Wolves lead the Gherkins. Game 1 here on Friday. And ball 3, they count it 3-1. Hitter's count for Norman. Looking for his first hit. And he belts one down the left field line. Backhand by Mansur. Long throw to first on a hop. And unable to handle it is Hakkinen. So an 8-3 as Miles Norman aboard. And Cade Edmonton, who's 1 for 2 with a single, comes to the batter's box. Hakkinen unable to dig it out. He'll get the air. We're at the bottom of the 7th. With the air, the tying run is aboard. The go-ahead comes to the plate in Cade Edmonton. There's a strike on the inside. Miser has thrown 1 Gherkin out today. Nolan Thebe in the 2nd. We haven't seen a stolen base attempt yet. Over to first and back is Norman. Bottom of the 7th. Runner goes, and they got him in a pickle. Hakkinen's throw, though, is late. Hakkinen couldn't handle it. Had trouble with the exchange. And a stolen base for Miles Norman. So just like that, the tying run in scoring position. Norman wearing his mask on the base pass, one of the few players in the league to do that. Of course, every player has their choice. The 0-1. A ball outside. Opportunity for the Gherkins to tie things up, looking for their first win in the summer of 2020. Big fly gives them the lead. 1-1. Swinging a slow roller. Jacques to first. And there's out number 2, the runner moving up 90 feet. To the 9th hole batter, Humberto Alarcon. Alarcon flew out to left and flew out to right in his last 2 at-bats, trying to bring Norman home from third and tie this game up at 4. Larson's opening offering. Misses up and away. And the count of 1 ball and no strikes. Two rounds, bottom 7. 1-0. Swing and a blooper. Right side. Going back is Jacques. And then on the back pedal, he makes the catch. A pretty play by Jacques in shallow right center. Does it for the bottom of the 7th. Runner left aboard 90 feet away. To the 8th we go. 4-3. GreyWolves lead the Gherkins. So welcome back to the top of the 8th, 4-3. The GreyWolves nursing a 1-run lead. We have a pitching change. It is Elijah Enomoto Harole on the mound. This day in baseball, the American League president, Lee McFiley, decides that George Brett's pine tar home run shot should count. Originally, the home run was called off because of the pine tar on the bat. And the Royals would end up beating the Yankees 5-4. If you ever go and watch that video, I've never seen somebody get so mad as when Brett gets home run gets called off. He looks like he's ready to hurt the umpire. It is scary. And here's the first pitch ball to Baxter Halligan. 1-0. Hoale goes to Schmecker through 10 2/3 with 15 strikeouts in 4 games. This ball is roped into left center field. Cedillo, right before the track, makes the catch. So Isaac Lovings comes to the plate with 1 gone and the base is empty. 4-3. GreyWolves lead the Gherkins. Lovings 0 for 3. He looks at a ball. He did reach back in the fourth. An error by Herzog, who's had a tough afternoon over there at third. 1-0 on its way to Lovings. Skips in the dirt. We counted 2 balls and no strikes. GreyWolves trying to add to their 1-1 lead in the top of the 8th, the 2-0. Lovings. Herzog. Plenty of time. And there's 2 gone in the top of the 8th. So Trace Hakkinen flew out to right and flew out to center in his last 2 at-bats. Did double and score in the second. One of the only guys, I think the only, in all of the Wild Wild West League to not wear batting gloves. Rubs dirt on his hands before he steps in the box. First pitch. And Howley deals a strike. Howley, a graduate of South Salem High School, where he played football and baseball. Was a quarterback for 3 years. And a swing and a miss from Hakkinen. Count 0-2. His senior year had a 2.9 ERA. 8 appearances, 14 2/3 innings pitched. Allowed 5 earned runs. That one bounces in front of home. Count at 1-2. Top of the 8th here at Bob Brock. And the 1-2. Chopper foul. Rolls all the way towards the dugout. And Hakkinen gets some more dirt on his hands. The 1-2. Upstairs. The count evens out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ole. Misses away, and the count at 3-2. Full count, 2 outs, top 8. The pitch. Swing and a up drive into left. Cedillo has the 3rd out of the top of the 8th. To the bottom of the inning we go. 9-1-2 coming up for the Gherkins. 4-3. GreyWolves lead. So to the bottom of the 8th we go. Rowan Ramsey, the leadoff man, stands in. Gherkins would love a run right here to take the pressure off in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch. It's a ball away. Bottom of the 8th at Bob Brock. The 1-0. Strike. The count of 1-1. It'll be Ramsey, Herzog, Cedillo. And the 1-1 home. Down to 2 balls and a strike. Ramsey doubled in the 3rd, picked up an RBI, tried to stretch it to a triple, and was tagged out. GreyWolves protecting a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. As here's a swing and a drive into left center field. This ball is going back, and it is gone to the deepest part of the ballpark. Rowan Ramsey ties us up at 4. So now the 1, 2, and 3 batters all have home runs for the Gherkins. And the Gherkins got the run they needed. Now can they get one they want? 4-4 game, bottom 8. An absolute shot. There's the ball inside to Herzog. Herzog homered in the 3rd. His solo home run tied the game up 3-3. As he fouls one back. Well, if there's one thing that we've learned today, it's the Gherkins are the home run hitting team. Nobody else even compares. Here's a drive into right center field. This ball into the gap. Leaping and unable to get there is Rufo. On his way to second. Digging for 3 is Herzog. Is he going to get there? He does. And the ball goes into the dugout. And Herzog will go home. The Gherkins have taken the lead on a triple and an E6. All it took was 2 batters, and it's a 5-4 Gherkins lead. So Ruben Cedillo started off the scoring. Looks at a ball on the outside. He homered back in the 1st. The top of the lineup producing 4 of the 5 runs coming from 1, 2, and 3. There's a ball outside. Second run by Herzog, who now has a home run and a triple. Three balls and no strikes to Cedillo. Nobody getting warm in the GreyWolf pen. Now ball 4 away. The GreyWolves have been plagued by their shortened pitching staff. And up comes Patrick Mushka with 1 on and still nobody out. Four RBIs, 4 runs for the top 3 batters, but it's been the hottest man in the league who has been quiet. Patrick Mushka, 0 for 3. He can erase all of that with a knock here and keep this inning rolling. 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Larson deals the ball. Mushka came in to the game, leading the league in batting average. As he swings and belts one down the left field line. This ball towards the track. It's not going to have enough. Heiser right before the warning track. It's under it. And Musha is 0 for 4 with a loud first out here in the 8th. So Colby Grace steps in with a runner at first and 1 out. Double play can end the inning for Larson. There's a ball on the outside. Well, that would be big for him. Try to down with only 2 runs of damage. Right now in the loss column. And now the GreyWolves with their backs against the wall. They're going to have to score in the top of the 9th. Throw over to first. Back safely. It's close. A home run from Ramsey. And a triple and an E6 for Justin Herzog. 1-0 misses outside. Snap back throw. And Cedillo dirtying up that brand new Gherkins jersey. These two teams will play again tomorrow. Question is, who will be looking for revenge? Runner at first, 1 gone, 2-0. 3-0. Gherkins scoring for the first time since the 3rd inning. Swinging a foul. Down to 3-1. Four errors for this Gherkins team. 2 for the night. For the GreyWolves, excuse me. 3-1. Misses outside. And a walk to Colby Grace. So the first time today, we'll see Sean Alvarado. And I don't think Coach Hopp has another pitcher. He's sticking with Larson. Nobody is getting work. He had Rayburn go 97 pitches in 6 innings. Runner at second and first. Ball almost clips Alvarado on the count of 1-0. Larson needs the ground ball. He's got forces all around. I want to allow this Gherkins team to add some runs. 1-0 home. There's the ball upstairs. The count at 2-0. Alvarado came in for Phoebe as a 2-0 count with 2 aboard. And the 2-0 on his way home. Misses inside. And a 3-0 count to Alvarado. Alvarado 0 for 3 so far in the WWWL. 3-0 to him. And he'll take the strike 1. Larson, the beneficiary of a generous call. The count at 3-1. And a ball upstairs. So the bases are loaded on 3 walks by Larson. This is the problem the GreyWolves have had. Throwing strikes as up comes Miles Norman. Now Coach Opp is going to go talk to his pitcher. We'll take a quick break and come right back. Bases are full, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 8th, 5-4. The Gherkins lead the GreyWolves. So up comes Miles Norman. With the bases loaded, thanks to walks from Larson. And he looks at a first pitch ball. Norman reached on an error, stole a base, and went to third, but did not score back in the 7th. The 1-0-2. Up and outside, and the count 2 balls and no strikes. Cedillo at third, Grace at second, Alvarado at first. 1 gone, 5-4 Gherkins. And a strike. The 2-1. And 3 balls and 1 strike with nowhere to put Norman. Norman knows the strike is coming. Can Larson put one in the zone? Swing and a drive down the left field line. This ball going back. Goodbye! A grand slam for Miles Norman. Over the left field fence, the Gherkins blow it open as they lead 9-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. Oh for 3, but none of that matters now. 1 for 4 with a grand salame. And just like that, the Gherkins in prime position to grab their first win of the WWWL. Still only 1 out. Edmondson steps in. And he checks his swing. And takes ball 1. And there's a swing and a miss. Norman with a big fly. The 4th home run of the ball game for the Gherkins. Playing modern baseball. 1-1. Strike 2. Nine runs for the Gherkins, the most they put up this season. And that ball gets to the leg of Cade Edmondson. So up comes Humberto Alarcón. With that home run by Norman, he is now tied for first in the league for RBIs. All it takes is 1 swing. Alarcón struck out his last time up. 1 aboard, 1 out. There's a swing and a blooper. And this one drops for a base hit. Alarcón puts it where nobody is. And the Gherkins have batted around. Here in the 8th, as up comes the man who started it all, Rowan Ramsey. Solo home run to start the inning, tied us up at 4. First time in this ball game, we've seen 9 batters in an inning. Ramsey with a double and a home run. And he looks at a ball outside. Larson badly needs the ground ball up the middle. One zero. Strike on the inside of the count on 1-1. Miles Norman to the grand slam. They did 9-4. Lead for the Gherkins. 1-1. Swinging a foul. Tonight's game, it will be the Westland Knights against the Portland Pickles. This is the Gherkins, a team a lot of people thought might not get a win this year, but have 9 on the board against a GreyWolves team that went toe-to-toe with the Knights less than 24 hours ago. 1-2. Swing, and this one is slapped into left center. Rufo is there. And there's 2 gone in the 8th. So up comes Justin Herzog, who's got the hardest parts of the cycle, a home run and a triple. Most likely won't see another at bat. 2 outs, bottom 8, 6 runs for the Gherkins in this inning. Pitch home. Ball upstairs. And the count at 1-0. Cedillo on deck. As there's a swing and a foul ball into the parking lot. It looked like it was going to be a low-scoring game until this 8th inning. It was 4-3. Gresham with the lead. The Gherkins said, watch us put up 6. And still rolling as there's a ball. Being started off with a home run by Ramsey. Herzog had a triple, and then the throw to third went into the dugout. He took home. Cedillo, Grace, and Alvarado all walked, and Miles Norman with a grand slam. This ball is popped up back into the press box. The count levels out at 2-2. 2 on, 2 out. 2-2 count here in the bottom of the 8th. Deuce is wild for Justin Herzog. The pitch. And a swing and a pop-up. Right center field. Going back is Rufo. Still going back, and it drops at the bottom of the wall. Rufo couldn't get to it. 1 run comes in to score. Another comes home. It's an 8-run 8th. And an 11-4 Gherkin lead.
We calling that a double?
So Herzog a single away from the cycle. As Cedillo comes to the plate. And Richwine will come in to pitch. We'll take a break and come right back. 8 runs in the bottom of the 8th for the Gherkins. Up by 7 here at Bob Brook. So Brady Hansen facing Mitchell Richwine. And he swings at the first pitch and pops it up. Blair calling everybody off. And that does it for the bottom of the 8th. 8 runs come in, and the Gherkins need 3 outs to get their first Wild West League win. We'll be back top of the 9th coming up.
What we've developed is a concept that is based upon a friendship partnership, but there's much more to it than that.
It was an adventure. What happened today, it was like making an adventure. Let's go. What will happen?
The Venados came to us and said, we've got real talent down here and we want you to see them. And whatever happens, happens. But what it started to become was something a lot more special than that.
Sport is a bridge, and I think this is the beginning of a journey that is going to develop into something very, very special.
They all have that same dream of playing baseball at the next level. Everybody came together in this old ballpark for baseball and couldn't have had more fun.
I can only imagine that it's going to be electric, for us to experience, and then hopefully we can kind of bring some of that love back to them, and hopefully it's a good game and it's exciting.
We came down here with a goal to expand baseball and expand culture, and it's the universal language.
So Josh Mansour stands in, top of the 9th. Haole trying to get the last 3 outs. And a ball inside, count at 1-0. Mansour, Miser, Rufo. In this top of the 9th, 8 runs for the Gherkins in their last inning. Ball outside. In that 8th, everybody but Patrick Mushka came around to score. All the other 8 batters touched home plate. 2-0. Strike. Haole had a 1-2-3 8th inning. And the 2-1. Swing and a drive into right center field. Norman is out number 1. So Kevin Miser stands in. Reached on air in the 5th, was left stranded at 3rd. He's 0 for 3. Haole looks in and deals. Strike on the inside. 11-4. Gherkins putting up the most runs in an inning in all of the Wild West League. 0-1. Swing and a roller left side. Herzog has had trouble tonight. The clean play there, and there's 2 outs. And the Gherkins an out away from grabbing their first win of the Wild West League. EJ Rufo, who's got a walk and a double, will try to stop that. Haole sets. Opening offering. Ball 1. And the 1-0 home. Strike. The count of 1-1. A 1-1 to Rufo. And he swings and flies one into right field. Alvarado. And that's the ball game. The Gherkins get their first win of the Wild West League after an 8-run 8th inning. 11-4 the final score here at Bob Brock. Thanks for joining us for our 2:30 matchup. We'll be back at 7 for a pregame of our 7:30 game. For Daniel Barkenhazen, our gyro cam specialist, Kelsey Henry, our light transmitter operator, John Sandylands, our button pusher, Rory Newenhouse, our producer, Kat Makaroff, our artist, David Barth, our tech guy, and Gary Walker, the guy who does numbers. Saying so long from Bob Brock. See you at 7:30.